I just needed to. So Holliday, they wouldn't let me print my speech.
It's a pulpit.
It's like, yeah, I just want to read it. Yeah, no. Okay, right, hello. My name is Douglas Holliday. I've been nominated as Sacrifice today. I must attempt to bring some British humour to this room of Americans. Canadians as well. This is my first time in America, and I have to say, it's just like the movies. I assume you've all seen The Shining. Winston Churchill.
Michelle has said that.
Winston Churchill once said there's two things harder than giving an after-dinner speech. Climbing a wall leaning towards you and kissing a girl leaning away. It's something the groom knows all too well. It gets worse, easy. My objective today is to educate, inform, humiliate and shame. Frankly, none of you know Will. So he's this guy, and the other's Erin. Will is referred to as Bing. Bing, by most of his friends, based largely on the fact that there were several Wills at school, and we like the other ones better. So please excuse me if I reference him the groom as Bing. I don't want you to think this speech has been copied and pasted. Of course, I should also mention how lovely insert bride's name here is. Some of what I'm about to share is absolutely accurate, and other parts are slightly embellished. So who is this Will fellow who thinks he can just walk in and steal a run-in? Will is a Welshman, educated in England, living in Scotland. The great thing about being brought up in Wales is the language and rich culture. But he wouldn't know anything about that as he was educated in England. The great thing about being educated in England is the manners and decorum. But since he lives in Scotland, he was no use to these. And the great thing about living in Scotland is the breathtaking landscape and the Highland scenery. But Will's never left Glasgow. Will and I first met at university and quickly realised we had absolutely nothing in common. And I'm proud to say that remains true to this day. The clothes we wear, the music we listen to, the accent we find attractive. However, it's well noted that opposites attract, and we found our opposite ends of the spectrum left us with a lot to learn from each other, a feeling I'm sure Erin can empathise with. For example, Will taught me all about his culinary excellence in the form of his homemade lasagna. It was all fresh, it was all made fresh. Freshly opened jars, freshly opened packets of pasta, even a packet of pre-cut onion made in periods. It was so impressive and delicious, it's all he ate for 6 weeks. Since he was a child, Will has enjoyed American culture, largely due to his father, Gordon, aspiration of siring an NFL All-Star. And so Leslie, Will's mother, was quick to take out an insurance policy on his legs. I'm not lying about any of this. Will quickly established himself as a star player of the Falmouth Tridents, a grassroots, non-league, unranked amateur group of mates who posed as a team. He made me try and play it once, and I've got to say, I don't know what you lot are thinking, it's utterly ridiculous. But Will is the master of mastering the ridiculous. So I took up my position on the sideline, cheering him on. It was a beautiful moment. Will had just made the biggest hit of his career. He really set the poor guy. And over he comes, full of adrenaline and oozing ego. That's how we do, baby. I looked up from my phone. Did what? At this point, Erin, I'll tell you, if he ever approaches you with such energy, just say yes. The disappointment on his face when he realised I'd missed everything breaks my heart to this day. I had to tell him to go out there and do it again, but the opposing team wouldn't go anywhere near him. The rest of the match, he was running around the pitch like a blind kid playing tag. He wouldn't like you all to know, but the man does possess a sensitive side. After one particularly emotional night out at university, Will came home a little teary. He decided to preserve his dignity by leaving us a note saying he wasn't actually crying, and he had just rubbed shampoo in his eyes to do it. It's after this incident I learned he did have a sensitive side. I also learned he thought I was an absolute moron.
Still checks out.
I'm yet to disappoint. Will has a strong creative side and work ethic. By the final year of university, Will and I were living together. Over the course of the year, he invented several drinking games, hosted several theme parties, and made various fancy dress outfits. Almost all his attention was set on finding ways for us to do far too much, far too early in the day. I'm quite sure if he focused on work, he would have been able to earn a green card of his own. Will studied sustainable product design at Falmouth University. At the end of 3 long years of studying, 2 months to go, Will came to me stating he wanted to drop out. All I could say was, as long as you really don't want to work in product design. Will said, no, definitely not, I'm dropping out of university. So Will then returned to Wales and got a job at a company called QPS as a product designer. He will forever slip, trip and fall his way through life, always accidentally ending up exactly where he wants to be. Something his friends and family absolutely set off. Post-uni, Will lived in his hometown of Bingley, lived in Wales. What's it called? What did she say? They lived in Wales before they relocated to Glasgow, where he eventually found Erin. Or should I say Erin found him? It's cute. When Will first spoke about Erin, he was incredibly blasé, Southern American girl going back to the States soon, she's going to finish her studies. The second time, I think he mentioned her name. And by the third time, all was lost. He had fallen hopelessly for the girl he couldn't have. And before he knew it, she was gone. And then she came back. But then he was gone. And then he came back. Fairly quickly, they found themselves battling a crisis Will's trundling luck and charm couldn't pacify. COVID-19. I'm nearly finished, she's going. During lockdown, Erin and Will spent 2.5 years apart, without even being in the same time zone. I spoke to Erin and she said seeing Will again was like returning to her hometown. Some of the shops were shut and everything was a bit smaller than she remembered. I once broke up with a girl because there was a 20-minute bus ride between us. Let alone 4,000 miles, a 6-hour time difference and a pandemic. In the depths of despair, great things are forged. Erin and I first met whilst she was over in the UK. They were enjoying high tea in a very fancy tea room in Bath, Somerset. Although we had planned to meet them later in the day, we happened to spot an undeniable Welsh silhouette through a window. But something was wrong. This particular silhouette was wearing a pressed shirt. Stumbling across Will in a pressed shirt is a bit like stumbling across your dad in drag. So it's a bit of a shock at first, but after a moment you really respect the effort that's going into it. Erin, I hope this speech hasn't ruined your wedding day, the same way banging on the window of a tea room shouting at Will ruined your quintessentially British atmosphere. Will, on a more serious and less interesting note, you are resilient, confident, smart, funny, handsome, sharp. I can't read all of these, you have to Erin, all I can say for you is living with this man will never suffer a dull day. And Ben, it's so good to finally say a big man did a big thing. My lords, ladies, gentlemen, and the Welsh. Please raise a glass to Mr. and Mrs. Bingley.